Hi guys,
Hi guys.
welcome to our latest video. We are trying, as you can see, to make a concerted effort to be more consistent with our videos.
A little bit.
It's working, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
is.
think so. No,
It's working.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll be more positive. It is working.
I want to get the bad news out of the way. We're not sure when we're going to be able to do any more crutch cam or
a tour of the office,
or behind the scenes because I've lost the camera we use. We've got this tiny little GoPro that I really like, and the problem is it's like a small cube. And
it's in the office somewhere.
we think,
because
we uploaded video from it anyway.
What you should have done is give it to me, and then I would have had it safe somewhere. I would know.
Well, it's gone now anyway, so we're gonna have to look for it because it's.
You're gonna have to look for it.
Okay. Anyway, so get it out of the way. And the point of this video is we thought we'd just talk with you guys for a little bit about our first month up north working as a couple reselling, and it's been good, I would say.
It's been good.
Good.
I mean,
We've dropped by a couple £100 over what the turnover we were managing before, but that's to be expected because of
we actually closed the shop for about 10 days, which was When looking back, it was a bit of a mistake. We should have adjusted the handling time on the
we just shut the shop and
we just shut it.
But
and it was down for 10 days, and that affected it.
But since then it's starting to pick up. We've had a decent August overall, I'd say. September started off really, really slowly.
It did.
So far,
Really
we're on the 6th today, and it's been really slow.
Yeah.
So we're hoping this month is going to improve. We're still getting our listings up. I mean, when we moved up here, I think we had a shade under 400 listings.
No, it was 390.
Yeah,
something like
and
that.
we're now up to like 630.
Yeah.
Which, considering we sold, I think 120 odd items in the previous month, that's pretty good going. And thanks to Beck for being the chief listing officer.
Oh, it's thanks to you as well. I wouldn't be able to list if I didn't have the photographs.
Yeah, so we're both working. Yeah, it's working well.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we've picked out 10 of the slightly more interesting, I suppose, or just 10 sales really at random that we picked out that we made last month, and we'll quickly go through them. And from now on, we'll see whether we can do like a weekly sales report.
Yeah, we'll try and do it on a weekly. I don't really like the idea of doing it monthly because I think there's just too much information then.
Okay.
Weekly sounds good.
Okay, so we'll switch over now to the browser view, and make sure everything's working fine. It looks like it is. And we'll go on to the first item. Let's have a look. Yeah, because we don't want to capture that. Okay, the first item we've got for sale, or that we sold, was this commercial popcorn machine.
Yes.
Quite a big box, wasn't it?
It was. We didn't. The thing is with this, we didn't actually. It was probably a bit bad on our part. We didn't actually check to make sure it was actually okay.
We opened it and it was still. We kind of semi-opened it because it was factory sealed, and the box that it came in was specifically designed to protect it. And we opened it and we couldn't really get at the machine. Nothing sounded broken.
No.
The packaging was overall in good sturdy condition. And we had it up for 129, but we actually took an offer, I think, of about 80.
80, I think.
Which is not bad because we picked this up pretty cheap, I think.
It was pretty cheap.
About 20 or 30 quid, so it was a good flip there. So that was the first item we want to share with you guys. Next item. This is a good example of shipping abroad, isn't it?
Yeah, this one, they actually bought 2 games off of us. We're just showing you the one because we've already shown the other one.
Yeah, the other one was the Goblins game, wasn't it?
So this one,
paid 30 for this, and 30. I think he paid 50 or 40 for the other 50. I don't know, but he paid for that, and then he paid shipping to go abroad, and we had to ship it ourselves, which was not an issue really, was it?
No.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was one of the Scandinavian countries.
And the thing is, most of the Amiga games that we've actually sold have actually gone abroad. They haven't actually stayed within the UK, so a lot of it's actually going abroad on these Amiga games.
I mean, it was a really good pickup, wasn't it? I think I picked 30 quid for a ton of games, and a ton of games which I've sold for a real good profit, haven't I? And like, we had one sale which was like 130 quid's worth to one guy, wasn't it? He bought,
Yeah.
I remember we woke up one morning and he bought 4 games off of us, or 5 games, I don't know, 4 games or something like that.
And when we've only paid like £30 for the
whole thing,
whole bundle, we've made so much.
Really
out
happy
of it so far, and we've still got a few things to kind of shift, haven't
we? We do. Yeah, we're gonna have to quickly look at those, maybe bundle them to get rid of them or something. I don't know, but they're still up. Next item, good old Commodore Amiga itself. This was the actual Amiga that came with the bundle that we just talked about.
Yeah. So with this, we obviously had to test it to make sure it was all working.
And I used it to test some of the games.
Yeah, and that's what I was actually going to say. We actually did use it to test some of the games, so we know that they actually go up to like the boot screen.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that I'd played them because...
Yeah, no, we didn't actually play them. We just made sure they loaded to boot, and then that was it. Yeah, it takes too long to do it now. I'm so impatient. Especially
going to like 9 discs or something. Okay. Yeah. But you can see it has quite heavy yellowing, not the best condition, and it has a common fault. So if you ever pick up an Amiga at the boot fair or somewhere, if you're lucky enough, to be honest, because they're not exactly readily available, there's a common fault on one of the joystick ports or the mouse port where it wasn't working, so we mentioned that, but it still sold for 70 plus shipping, so pretty happy with
even with the yellowing, because that was just, it was heavy yellowing, wasn't it?
It was definitely. Right, moving on, N64 console. We have to thank Hixie for this.
Yeah.
We bought an N64 console quite a while back for about £4, wasn't it? However, it didn't come with a controller, so we were unable to kind of test it. Oh gosh, yeah. So it didn't come with a controller, so we were unable to test it. However, Hixie was kind enough to do us a little deal on the controller and on a jumper pack. Because for £4 when we got the console also had the memory expansion. Yeah. So we obviously removed that to sell that on separately, and we put the jumper pack in the console, and it was a lovely controller, a blue controller with stick as well, analog stick, and we flipped it for $49.99 plus shipping. So
thank you, Hixie.
Yeah, and that was a really nice little sale there from £4. So happy with that. Next item, now this is interesting. Game Gears. I paid up. I think I paid 50, didn't I?
Yeah, I think it was 50. I mean, she was asking, I think, about 55. Yeah. And then you got it down to 50.
Yeah. I paid £50 for this Game Gear and a stack of boxed games, and they were in mint condition.
The games were fantastic.
And also there was a TV tuner, and then there was another bit that we sold. I can't remember what. The battery charger.
Charger, was it?
Yeah, I don't know. It was something else with it. I'm not sure. But we've sold a couple bits, which has helped us. But the Game Gear turned out to be faulty. The screen wasn't working, but considering it had such a good, like the packaging was in such good condition. The inserts were there, the manual, everything was perfect. We got $45.99 plus shipping for it.
The thing is, with this, we actually saw the box alone going for about £25. That's no machine in it at all. That was just a box, £25.
But prices were kind of up and down because faulty Game Gear, some of them with boxes were being sold very cheaply, and But we thought actually if you give it the value it deserves, because how many Game Gears are you going to find in that condition? So we held out, and we're pretty happy that we did. So good one. Yeah. Moving on. The dreaded Lego. Alright, this is the Millennium Falcon. It had no minifigures. I paid £20 at a boot fair. And had like I said, had no minifigures. I wasn't sure if it was complete or not. It had the booklets. I really had no appetite to
build it
at all. Just did not want to know, because the fact that it didn't have any of the minifigures anyway kind of made me think, well, if those are missing, probably some other bits missing, and I just didn't want to know. It didn't look fully complete.
It was kind of partly built anyway, so we just kind of took a picture of it and thought, just list it as incomplete.
Yeah. And we ended up having to sell it cheap because of that. I mean, we accepted an offer of 40 quid on this, so it still doubled my money. I paid 20, sold it 40, sold it very quickly, and it was out of my face. So very pleased with that. Next sale. The Friends Series 1 to 10 box set. We paid only a £5 for this, which was
and it was in
mint condition.
Really good condition.
One tip though, when you buy Friends box sets, it's worth to quickly check them. Stick each DVD into your computer's DVD drive, you know, or at least in your DVD player, it should load up to the menu screen pretty quickly. The reason why I say that is there have been times in the past where I've bought supposedly complete box sets only to find some of the discs are duplicated or they're wrong discs.
Yeah, the wrong disc, because the discs have just a
They've
little
got,
bit of writing in.
They don't actually tell you
but they don't tell you
what disc it is. It doesn't say
series
this.
they are.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you anything. Or it might tell you which season it is, but it won't tell you whether it's from part 1, 2, or 3, because most of the seasons are split into 3 parts, aren't they? Episode 1 to 7.
So it's always worth just sticking it in, just checking to make sure that that's the right disc for that one. And
exactly. Yeah.
You know,
that's what we'd recommend.
Yeah.
Moving on. Oh, sorry, we sold that for 36 quid with free shipping. Yeah. We paid £5 and sold it for 36. Yeah. This is a penny board from. These are really worth looking out for. Now, beware of cheap imitations. There's lots and lots of skateboards which are worth about a £5 or a tenner, which look like this, and they'll even have the big circle in the middle, but they won't say Penny Australia. Make sure when you see these, the struts, or say Penny on them, whatever those are called, the trucks, I think they're called. The trucks, yeah, the trucks. Make sure the trucks have got the Penny branding. Make sure the underside of the board has got Penny branding. And you can see it says Penny Skateboards Australia. Make sure that the wheels have got Penny written on them as well.
Because there are a lot of cheap imitations, aren't there?
There are.
And you can get caught out because it looks very, very similar.
In everything except
the markings on
it. Now,
it.
we paid up on this. We paid 15 quid at the boot fair, didn't we?
I was quite glad to see this go, actually.
We paid 40 for it? Why were you glad to see it?
Because you kept playing around with it.
I was just
and he
doing
put
sweet
it in the fridge.
No, I was doing sweet tricks.
So you weren't doing sweet tricks. You were just falling on your ass most of the time.
No, I wasn't. Did you see I was able to do my thing?
I saw the dent in our fridge.
that was when I, anyway, I'm gonna get another. Yeah, because it's not my style. I needed a street board.
Yes.
Okay.
Really.
Okay.
But I was glad to see this one go anyway.
Okay. Moving on. This is a Yamaha Tuna. That's hi-fi separate. I think I may have paid a £5 for it, maybe, and I ended up selling it for 30 quid. Yeah. Now, this is an example of when global shipping sometimes can pay off. The guy that bought this lives in Australia, and he didn't pay up immediately. So I think a day after it sold, because I took an offer on it for 30 quid, but he was in Australia, and I was like, let me know if I'll ship it out as soon as I receive payment. Let me know alternatively if you've changed your mind. And I said that because the GSP cost was about 40 quid. But the guy was like, no, I really want it, and he paid up very quickly. He said, I was just waiting to go to the bank, and he was happy to pay that much shipping, even though he paid 30 for the unit. He paid 40 for the shipping, because you can't get these very easily in Australia. So it shows that sometimes people will pay exorbitant costs. And also, just to point out, I couldn't have sent it any cheaper from what I recall. Tracked. No. If I'm looking at tracked shipping, for the weight and size of it, I don't think I could have sold it any cheaper.
We do always look as well. We do look on different.
Just to make sure that the costs aren't completely out of sync.
Because obviously we want to sell it.
Yeah.
So if we can bring the postage down as much as we can, then we will.
Yeah.
But that was the cheapest we could actually ship it to him for. So
now the final item is a Speak and Maths from Texas Instruments. Why are you grinning?
It's just
no, that's a Speak and Spell. It's not. Yeah, but
it just makes me laugh.
Okay, well, this is a Speak and Maths. We bought this for £5.
We did.
And we sold it for 25 plus shipping, which we're happy with.
Yeah.
The reason why Rebecca's laughing is because I told her my Speak and Spell story, and how back in the day I used to have the alternative version of this called Speak and Spell, and it used to ask you to spell things, and it used to be spell, dog, and then it would be like D-O-G, that is incorrect or whatever, right? And I used to get them all right, and I was like really proud. And then sometimes it would hit me with this word called "oifel," and it would be like spell "oifel," and I'd be trying to get it right, and you get 3 turns if I remember correctly, and it would say that is incorrect. And when it finally got to the last turn, and it said, and I'd got 9 out of the 10 right, so I really wanted to get all the 10 right to get maximum score. I was a kid, but it's obviously stayed with me for some reason. It couldn't have been more than 7 or something, could I? But it stuck with me, and he was like, that is incorrect. The correct spelling of oifel is AWFUL, oifel. And I was just livid. I remember going down and showing my dad, saying, Dad, it sounds wrong, you know, and the word oifel just stumped me. But then I went back and did it again, and I was ready for oifel. See, I was ready for it. But
ready for oifel, man.
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
That's not Speak and Maths. That's
No.
Speak and Spell.
Yeah.
But if you see Speak and Maths or Speak and Spell is the red, orange, more iconic one. This one's slightly less known, but because it had its booklet. The lady asked me for a $5 for it, and I was just like, yeah, I'm paying you a $5 for it, no problem.
Yeah.
Sold it for 25 plus shipping. So that was the final sale.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. So that was the final sale. Yeah. So we're back. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope it was useful to you guys. So like I said, that was our first month up north working together.
Those were just like the highlights of
some
month.
highlights. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you guys have got any questions, please leave them in the comment section below.
Mm-hmm.
We're also always keen to hear some ideas for videos. Like I said, once we can get across our GoPro, we will do like a room office tour as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look for it, aren't
Someone's gonna have to. I don't know where it is. I mean, see how freaking small it is. It's stupid.
I? That's why you should give it to me.
I normally don't
You
lose
lose
it though, do
things all
I?
the
I don't
time.
normally lose things.
You always lose
Anyway,
stuff.
I'm not go into that.
Yeah, we're not gonna
Okay,
argue.
and I'll see you guys next time. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow?
Yeah,
What are we
tomorrow.
doing tomorrow?
Do another video.
Yeah.
Alright. Don't know what though.
Don't know what.
We'll make one up.
If we find the GoPro, it might be the room tour.
Alright, see you guys later. Thanks
See
for
you
watching.
later.